Probably one on auto or manual. Just film as we walk out.
Typical UK, they've changed
Just leave it film. Put it out.
Typical UK, they've changed the rule. Don't look shorts and then they don't look Wally.
No, you do look like a twat.
Yeah, I know.
The other ones are dry, yeah.
This isn't going to last long. This is just the power.
You alright? It will last half hour, so 40 minutes.
And no one did.
There we go.
Yeah, customs have introduced this new rule, and now got things back up in the reports again. That's it.
Take also.
It's up to you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right, I'll catch you in a bit, man.
I've got no keys to get back
I
in.
have.
Where are the newest tyres on this, front or back?
Back left is the newest.
Oh, I'm putting new tyres. I'm going to well, my mum and Matteo can pay.
Yeah, that's one.
Those front tyres are rubbish. What is that? Where's the camera bag? Enzo. Enzo. Where's the camera bag?
Behind you.
Oh. Yeah, so
You can see on that, right? As in this is the screen.
Yeah, I don't know about this. I don't know.
Just whatever. That's the point. Is that it's just.
Yeah, well, I would.
It's things that are like I was driving around Erith yesterday.
Yeah, I know, but it's the car. I mean, for me, it's just you want to go to you want to go into Asda's and just take a photo of Asda's with people just standing there picking up food or a queue. That to me is it. It's the stuff that you go, what is there to take a photo of? You go this. The car's parked on the drive. The length of that road down there. Because you just say,
Well, it's just things like
it's just the signs, you know. There'd be a bit of thing, congestion, or the blue car zone, or some crap like that, or whatever they say.
Well, I don't know. For me, it's things like
Yeah, but it's the fact that there's cars and they're petrol, and the
petrol stations and.
But that's what I'm saying. That's the difference, isn't it? That there's a skip there, or the colour of the cars.
There or whatever. I don't know. I just something about it that, do you know what? It's been really winding me up. And it was like, because we talked about it about what?
Yeah, but we
3 or
said
4
about
years ago?
buses, wasn't it? I remember it's always the ones, like going uptown, everyone always takes a picture of Big Ben. It's like, yeah, but you've got to be in front of it. What do you mean? Well, because that'll probably be there, but you will be different. The next time you probably do that, you might be 20 years later, and you might have, be a completely different person.
Yeah, like things that I remember, like that's always been there. But Pickett's had a big green sign out front, and it was the whole building.
Yeah, but do you know what? It's in general. It's just the basics. It's the upkeep of the properties, the windows, the roofs, just the general
Pickford
appearance.
Mix, like I go on about Pickford Mix. Tanino doesn't remember Pickford Mix at all, which was that scroty little moped place. And they sold. Look at that tuition. They sold.
That's because of the grammar school around it.
Oh yeah, true. But it was linked to this fireworks shop because it was the same people that owned it. I've seen them in and out before, and all they sold was knockoff fireworks and mini mopeds. Like that was it.
Oh yeah, that was down the other bit. Yeah.
That's what I mean. It's like
but they weren't there long, were they? They sold that off.
I remember.
Well, they sold them for the houses.
Like Browns has been there since I remember.
Yeah, I must admit that's always as far as long as I can remember.
And the bakery's always been there, but like things like that, it's like one day it would just go.
Well, that's it, isn't it?
And it'll be little things that just.
Yeah, but see, for me, I watched. See, you get to a certain age, you start looking back. No, and that's why people are old. As you get older.
Because because you got quite a lot of the pillar in it. That's why. That's what I'm saying. Is where you look.
Well, I'm just
put it up there.
No, you can't. It doesn't just sit there.
I don't know.
No, it doesn't. I'm telling you.
Bexley train station. I don't know. I just remember you and me talking about it about 5 or 6 years ago, and I was like, yeah.
But
yeah,
it's even the trade.
And I massively regret not doing it. Massively regret, because it's like, look how much it's changed in the last couple of years.
But it's even if you did just walk around with a camera and take a few photos.
Oh yeah, but I mean it's great, but I don't find myself looking back at photos. But there was
Yes.
I told you about Giorgio's video camera, didn't I?
Yeah, I know. It's done it because he done it. He done it even in Italy. He done the
He
thing.
didn't even mean to.
But
It was an accident. It must be. I think it was you and Giorgio, or you and Kevin, or something like that. And you're in a car, and I think you literally drove from Kevin's place up through Nuxie Village, and then
No. I think Nono said about doing it, about filming something. He'll do that.
It was something.
But that's even when we went on holiday. He did it. Don't just leave the camera running, because then we just get the whole
but
thing. It's like, well,
I don't appreciate it. And then I look back and watch that video. It's like, look, that road's two-way, and it's,
yes, but
in my
that's
lifetime,
photos though, isn't it? It could be 10, 20, 30 years before you look back at some photos now, especially on the internet.
Yeah, I know, but with the internet, it's like, I'll just.
Yeah,
take
but
that
people
video.
used to have a box of photos. We've got them. We just had photos. I was good at doing the photos.
Yeah, it was nice. Oh, you got to see Sanford, haven't you?
Why?
Well, no, you just.
Oh yeah.
On the video, like, if you're gonna do something,
Yeah.
see how Sanford's looking.
Number 3.
Oh yeah.
What?
She's just staring at you.
Well, that's why.
Or like White House. What was this? This to me, when someone says better Jim Bexley, I'm like, well, it wasn't. It was White House. This was a car garage.
Yeah. Well, see, it's like
This was a
it's like
massive car garage.
it's like
That's
the
why it's
swimming
so
pool.
much glass.
See, it's like the swimming pool down there. It's opposite where the housings are. It's like, yeah, that was a swimming pool. It had the Zoom chute and all that. Remember when that was built?
Or like Bexley Civic Centre, like little things like that.
Well, they've gone. And I remember that I was at school when that was built. With the all of
it was
this.
built in the 70s, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was. I remember going to school when it was being built.
But it's done.
But that was new.
And I look at petrol state. They're the things that in my head I'll be like.
Well, that was
20 years, it's
Barclays
like-
Bank. That was Barclays Bank on the corner there.
Yeah,
That's where
and then it was
269.
and then it was called Bank. Because
But that was a bank. I think it was Barclays. But that's what I mean. There's a lot of these type of shops that was BSM. See this corner here, get cash instantly today.
Yeah.
That was a BSM learning centre. And I did my tests through them. Did the lessons. I did my lessons through them in a mini metro.
What was the
Because
other
I did it
one?
with Nono.
That's normally been a job centre, I remember. But remember the big Argos up here? There was a big Argos in the middle of Bexley Heath. All gone.
It's near McDonald's.
Yeah, it's a job centre now.
Oh, was it?
Yeah. That's what I mean. It's things like that where I'm like,
Yeah, but that's it.
but like try and get the shops, what was here?
Yeah, but that's the thing. See, I think the trick is not to film anything.
Specific.
It's
just a little bit of,
Well, that's,
like what's going
I don't know. That's the Asda's. I can't remember what was there, and I should know exactly.
I always remember that.
What before that was there?
Yeah. No, I always remember that being there.
Oh, no,
'cause and when you said about being 24 hour, when we go around the other side, there's a big red dot that's just got 24 hour on it, or was there.
See, this car heats up. This is such a great little car.
I
Put
love
the
this
heater down on the bottom. I was trying to look up the tyres. I've always been happy with. Again, it's a bad thing really with stuff, because that's why companies buy names. I used to swear. I had the little Nova, and I used to swear by the Pirelli. I think it was Pirelli.
Oh yeah,
P's.
the 24 hour sign's gone. I'm looking at the Asda sign now, going, oh yeah, there was a red 24 hour sign.
Maybe, yeah.
Because it was there, and you can see where it was, like the outline of the bleach.
I think I'll do. Tyres they're not. Even the cheapies are expensive. Even the cheapies are expensive. It's 60, 70 quid for tyres on this. So I'm thinking, I might put the. I don't like them. I think that the tyres on the front on this are just not right. I put these down to the lower pressure, but because of everybody just saying, oh, I'm going to go away, and everyone's saying, I've checked them. Yeah, right. You mean they're pumped up?
Was that always a bus?
No, again, that side bit, yeah. The whole of the Broadway, all this was just a road system. This is the thing, I couldn't honestly tell you. I can't remember. I know, yeah, see, Barclays is there. I think the bank was there.
But like, you know, I remember.
Well, everyone used to race up and down the Broadway, go round the clock tower, and you could come up past here.
What, in cars?
Yeah, that used to go round
look,
the.
look. And you missed it.
Well, I didn't.
Oh. The police station, like, that's old enough that it'll go.
Yeah, I can't remember what was there before either. I remember that being built.
I remember this being built. I don't remember anything that was there before, but I definitely remember this being built.
Well, it's like we've got a photo of the motocross just messing around down at what's that place called? Oh,
We'll look back.
what's the one? Greenhive Way. Remember I said to you when there was nothing there,
Greenhive.
and in the where we went through the other week, and I said, "Oh, I remember when this was nothing. This was all just
What, Blue Water?
blue." Yeah, but we went through Greenhive, didn't we? Going to Greenhive, and I said, "Oh, this was nothing." And we used to come down here with the bike, and I've got photos somewhere.
yes,
where
yes.
the Thames, where Queen Elizabeth Bridge is being is part completed in the background.
Yeah.
And
But you know, I like to think that I'll look back and like, look, these weren't even finished yet, and it's like, now look at them.
I still don't know if this is good or bad. This is like Old Kent Road. This is
one of these 3-bedroom flats for sale for £500,000. A 3-bedroom flat. We paid £400 for Sanford. But like this little, I can't remember. I couldn't tell you what was there.
Yeah, that's the thing. I can't, and I used to walk this. Don't come to schools. Walk.
I used to come down here every.
That's always there. The
single
Prince
day.
Albert. Now I know. I say we even used to go in there.
I mean, that was the.
That was a big. That was one of the pubs that people used to go into. The Prince Albert.
No.
I can't even remember what was there before that was built. But
None
that
of
was
our lot have ever been down there.
what Prince Albert was a real
Never.
was a popular place.
No one.
I remember these all houses went across this way. This has all changed. This bit, I think. Can't remember how it's changed. As in, I don't know what that is. Have a look.
But you are right in terms of what was being filmed with Georgia, and it was like, look, like P-Reg cars, and you know, there's that, you know, but the thing is, they weren't everywhere. There weren't that many cars. You know?
Well, that's what I mean. You can see. I mean, I'm just looking at the years.
Wednesday? It's like Wednesday afternoon.
Oh, what's the date? The date is Wednesday, the
5th. Is it the 5th?
The 5th of January, 2020.
What are you 19? 2022.
History. The 2022.
That Magistrate's Court. Like that.
Remember that was.
That's it. Started again.
I don't know how long that was stopped for.
Oh, literally, it must have been a few seconds. But I know I got the SD cards as well. But yeah, like all of this is it can't. It's ready for something. It's ready for the DLR. I'm sure it is.
There's something, yeah, because there was a lot of houses not too long here. Because I remember when this started, we said, "Oh, imagine that you bought a semi and now you've got detached, that type of stuff." You know,
Oh,
you
really?
had, yeah, these houses. There was houses knocked down for here. I know that one down there was one that I remember, but I think there was houses here. This didn't exist. There wasn't. You know, if you look, you'll see a lot of these walls. See, look, the road actually came up here. Look, see that road? Look,
Mine must have gone through there.
So there was houses here.
This was these were all car parks.
Yeah, I can't remember.
It was literally like there was about 4 or 5 car parks on here.
Yeah, because it was just because they cleared it all. But this is all. That's what I mean. All this is. I cannot remember. I cannot remember. That's why I say, you know, even myself, I'd say, it's the stuff that you think, like you say, just, well, where'd you go every day? Do you know what? Just drive around for 20 minutes, half an hour. Go to all the places that you normally go. This is where we drink. This is where I go shopping. That's it. Because that's what'll change, and that's what you'll forget. Because you go. Well, I don't remember what was there. You know, I mean, I know that my test centre was there. Now, if I didn't go to the BSM test centre there, I couldn't tell you what was there. Do you know what I mean? I wouldn't have a clue. I know that's been there a good while. Heath House.
Oh yeah, I saw the laws changing with the driving. Thanks for sending me that. Look at this.
Oh yeah, did you see that?
Yeah, pedestrians always get right away.
Yeah, I don't know, I can't remember what the date was, but I've seen that crop up. Now I've heard them talking about it on the news and the radio as well. So it was like it's something that somebody is going to get a payout for.
I wonder if it's going to be little things like speed bumps. You'd be like, you know, we're not even talking about it, or something. That's what it's going to be. You'd be like, look, just driving down the road, like, look, there's speed bumps. You don't even see speed bumps anymore. Or curbs,
do you know what it'll be? It'll be things like parking. Look, ordinary people park their cars. Now they're simple. If you haven't got a parking bay in your property,
you can't own a car.
You can't own a car.
You have to rent a car.
Trainers.
Trainers?
Just a pair of trainers on the side there.
It's not too bad around here, is it? It's alright.
No, I must admit, I do look.
Oh, I'll tell you the other thing as well I remembered. Do you remember when we bought that camera?
Right, yeah.
So when we bought it, I remember the guy in Jessop's in Bexley, by the way. That went.
Yeah.
Oh, that was around the time when we figured out that everything you touch turns to ass.
Oh yeah, just a bit, yeah.
Yeah, because you started looking at that car garage in Pickford Lane, and then
That's
went.
it.
And then you bought a camera from Jessop's, and then that went, like, you know, within a couple of months.
Yeah.
But I remember him, the guy that sold us the camera, because we asked a load of questions, was talking about the SD card. And we got like the Class 10, and it was like, you know, they were selling like 4 gig and an 8 gig, and then you're like, well, they did a 16 and a 32. The 16 gig Class 10 45 megabytes per second SD card we put in that was like 35 quid, I think we paid.
Yeah.
So, and I looked at it and I got it out. I was switching up the SD cards when we were playing earlier, when I was like clearing it out for this, and I remember getting it out and going, oh wow, I remember when we bought it. I remember 35 quid. And Googled online like SHDX, whatever it was, SD card, 128 gig, 11 quid.
Oh wow.
I was like, what? And it's the same brand, same everything. 120 megabytes per second, you know, considerably better for a third of the price and, you know, 8 times the storage. It was just unbelievable. This was all, you know, this is where I went to
This
school.
is what gets me, look, the one place you shouldn't be fucking stopping. And then they're saying,
one place.
but
That's where I went to school.
and that's the, you know, and it'd be, but I'm picking up my child. It's like, oh, it's all right for you to park there. That's what gets me. And then they wonder why, well, haven't you got anything better to do? See, all round here has been done up as well. People are pummeling money in.
What do you mean?
You know, all the properties have been done up nicely.
That's all. Look.
Oh yeah, down here, yeah. You know, if you do this is kind of ex-council, and there's crap, but there's also money. This again, as they move along, I think this could be a nice little place to buy for something as an investment. See here, these properties is probably a bit of an investment. You think? Do you know what?
These were about 315.
Yeah, but I think if you bought one of these, if you said, no, I've got a bit of spare cash, I'm going to buy it and just rent it out and do whatever, I reckon there's money in it, because I think it's places like this. Once the rough bits of people move out, the money will move in. People will move in with money, because you can look at the properties, and you can see people have thrown a lot of money at some of these, and you can see some of, like, I bought my council house because it was dirt cheap, and they just let
these were council houses.
Yeah, these ones were. That's why you get the problems over here. But you'll see, like, you know, crappy cars dumped, and it's all a bit scummy.
Yeah, it is. Well,
but you'll see that they'll move out once the money's there. They go, oh, you know, look at here. See, I look at things simple. Windows obviously plastic, so they don't rot anymore. But look at the styles, look at the roofs, look at the paint and everything. Well, I'm filming the whole lot. It's all coming up. So you just look at the grass, the walls, the driveways, and you can see people are spending money. You know, the places are tidy. You might say, oh, it's been done years ago. Yeah, but it's tidy. You know, for me, it's silly little things like you look at the driveways and you know, you see grass and
right. There's
bushes.
a house here on the. Where is it? Is it here? There's this white house here in the corner sold. Yeah, that's £700,000. That one.
Yeah, but look at the land on it.
Oh yeah, no, it's massive.
You know, that's 2 houses there actually. Is it 2 bungalows?
No, it's not. It's 1.
Is it? Oh, well, it's big. See, these ones used to be
I'm sure
cheaper.
there's a video somewhere of the Sainsbury's here on the left. Do you remember when that was a BP garage?
Yeah, no, I do remember that being a garage. Yeah,
And it was derelict, there was nothing there for years.
Yeah.
Like, oh look, 10 years. I think it was nearly 10 years, because I remember driving up this way to go to Nons or something once, and I remember like that was the first time when you ever saw petrol hit £1. And now what are we paying for petrol? 148.
Yeah, but I mean, I remember I was young, but I do remember when there was a big issue over they changed the pumps from because they only went no because they look, new wall. That's you see, that was all a bush, wasn't it?
Yeah.
That's only just gone up. On
This
that
is
left
the
there.
standard drive to Nons, by the way. Now, question: you always go up the hill. Don't
See,
you?
these were cheap, and I see these all being bought up now. These little I always used to think they were little sheds, but could have bought them for really very little money, and
This
they're
is a
probably worth money
banging
now.
road, by the way. I love this road. The only thing I don't like is that these houses up here, the driveway slants back, and all I can think of is that horrendous thunderstorm with that.
Yeah, no, I would totally agree.
It's weird, like things like that really bother me.
I would be totally, because I've looked at that and I thought, what would I do if I lived there? And you think, well, if I had
There's nothing you can.
If I built an well, some of them haven't got extensions on the side, so the water will just run down the side.
Yeah.
But if I didn't, I was thinking, you know what? I'd probably just put a big drain, like a big pipe, drainage pipe from front to back, huge, that it just comes out. If it fills up, it just runs through. Which that woman did.
School. Look, another Corsa. These were for sale. There's one of these that was for sale. I think it was 310, 311.
What, when you were looking?
Yeah, one of these.
Oh, see, that would have been a night. But I don't know.
Only
See,
it's a 2-bedroom, 1-bathroom though.
yeah, but you see, again, look at how far you're from the train or the buses or the shops.
Well, yeah, you actually.
It's. I mean, if that's what you could afford, and you go, I like the area though.
Oh,
That's
nice
fine.
enough, yeah,
You know, but I do think having the shops on the doorstep and a pub and a restaurant and buses and the tube, you know, or the buses and the trains, where you go, wow. You know, like you could sit in your front room looking out the window and go, the buses come, peg it out and run across the road.
Yeah.
You know, there is, you know, I know it's, you know, it's got it, but for starting out and you're renting out, I mean, yeah, if I was renting and I'm like, well, I want to do it cheap, well, I don't need a car to go shopping, you know, I can pop across there, I'll jump on the bus.
Those new ones are disgusting.
Yeah, diesels are not the way to go. See, I got into diesels, like Nono's one, our Astra, but all the others, yeah, they're fine, but it's all about doing a lot of mileage. So I would,
What, like the kind of
yeah, I've been reading up about it, and it's like they just seem a ball ache. Like I kept telling Mum about the smart car, and I said, you know, she'd pop to the school. I'm like, take the other car.
You know this Tudor house on the left at the end?
Yeah.
Did I ever tell you about the time when I was coming back off a night out?
No.
And was walking up this way to go to drive home, to walk home. It was about, it must have been about 4 o'clock in the morning, and he had a black Range Rover. No, he had a black Porsche Cayenne.
Diecat, yeah, they've always got money there.
Yeah, I mean this guy's always got money as well, but
That was the doctor. No, that was the doctor's. So he was the doctor, and his son.
Oh, look, treetops. Yeah, that's where it was. I would like to go down there, but it actually sold. Non, do you remember the big old tree that was here with Non?
Yeah.
The big old hump.
Yeah.
Oh look, Giorgio. I will just pop in. Not to get out of the car, just whilst he's getting out. Look, it'll be things like, oh look, Giorgio's driving. He's just got out of his car. You alright, Giorgio? No, we're on a bit of a mission at the moment. I need to go down to Abbey Breakers to get some screws for the airbox on this. But Dad, what we're doing is just going around filming, like, you know, everything. And we're you know, little things. We're like, oh look, speed bumps, or you know, what it was going to change.
Come and have a coffee. Come on. Oh, Bruno.
Should we pop in for a coffee?
What it's nearly 3 o'clock.
Giorgio, we need. Oh, Bruno, here, pass for a second.
Go in.
Bruno.
Go in.
But it was just
Yeah,
because
no, don't take him now.
you've just got out of your car, haven't you?
Yeah.
But it'll be things when we look at this in 5 years, like, oh look, Giorgio was driving. Anyway, we'll leave you to it. We just pop by and say hi, yeah?
Have a coffee.
We need to get down to Abbey Breakers with the daylight, Giorgio.
I'll see you later then.
See you later, Dad. Bye.
A stroke of luck. This car looks clean, actually.
Yeah. See, that was a good buy. Car.
It was at the time, but
No, it was no, because imagine if he'd bought, because it was the Corolla something. There was, I forget what it was now. One of the big, there was a Japanese Toyota thing, and they were a good car, but you don't see any of them now. They were a cab car.
what?
It was a Corolla, not a Corolla. What was it? I forget what the name of it. It was like a Mondeo.
Is it flashing? Go on. Yeah, that's it. It should be flashing.
It only just stopped when I was looking.
Well, no, I saw it in Georgia's anyway, so it was fine.
Speed camera. Yeah, so yeah, you don't see them anymore. I don't know if they got shipped out somewhere or whatever, but I know there was problems. That's why even with Mum's one, I was like, just get rid of that diesel
If that
end.
gearbox place, by the way, is still here, please zoom in on that, or like just look. That gearbox place has been derelict for
No, it's not though. I don't
20 years plus.
think it is derelict.
And this is one way, like all these. It was that video when I saw that video road there is two way, and I was like, ooh, the water park. And
Well, I remember that when that was a paddling pool as a kid. We used to come up and think it was so posh up this end.
really?
Yeah. Do a left here, do a left. And I'll show you, this is my friend lived here. He owned E. Davison Son. You know the electrical place that was up here in Nuxley and down the road?
Oh yes, yeah. I know the one.
Yeah, well his mum was German, his dad was English. He was a friend of mine at primary school. I mean, because he lived down the road. He lived down at Belvedere, and we went to the same school. You know, I've got a little card. It was called the M Gang because his name was Michael, and he called it the M Gang. And we used to go to the pub at the bottom. There's just weird. And when I mean young, I mean primary school. And his parents, they lived here on the left. I'll show you now. This is what I mean. There's little places like this. Why I think you need to go to estate agents.
Never, ever.
Estate agents, because there's places here that you think they're so cheap.
25.
As in-
never been down it. Look at that.
Right now, that's what I'm saying. You look here. Now no, it's not. He lived here. Now, if you slow down, he lived in here. This was his house. Yeah. And if you look at this on the left, see that little white, that's a granny annex. It's a small flat, self-contained flat. And when he got to a teenage, you know, he was 15, 16, he lived in that.
What, by himself?
Well, yeah, because he had his own thing then. It had a toilet, shower, and, his lounge area, so he could live separate. But what I'm saying is, there's these little places, and you think, oh my God, and you're not going to pay 2 million there. I don't know what the prices would be, but there's a limit, isn't it?
Yeah.
Because you're going to say, it's up above Nuxley Village.
8 maybe.
But it would be a
It's got
fantastic, because you've got all these, but I say,
Look at these. Do you know what? I've never looked at
yeah,
these.
well, that's what I mean. There's a lot of stuff. I think this is the.
When did the police station go?
Yeah. Funny enough, I looked at that. I noticed that.
Oh wait,
and that's only
I
reason.
should fly down Nuxley Village. Hang on. I'm aware of what's going on. Don't worry.
No, I was just going to say, you just pull over.
Because like Giorgio's got Summerfield bags still, like Summerfield carrier bags, and it was like Summerfield doesn't exist anymore. Can he see his thing? Ben's bikes. I remember being on my bike test, and we had to go in there to get chain lead, and that was where where we always used to get a haircut. None used to get a haircut. Oh,
Left. Oh, what are you doing? Hang on, let's.
you reckon?
Yeah,
Give it a
left. Just go left. I think that's why it's best to go to estate agents and say, I've got a max of this, I like this, what have you got? Because you might find little places like that. You might find I'd be careful round here, and then a left again.
These are particularly cheap, but a lot. So I saw a couple of these on the website.
But again, if you're getting
most of these, most of these houses around here, there was quite a few for sale in this little
Yeah.
block. All of them went to auction. All of them. starting price of 180. I was like, oh my god, 180. You know, for 180.
Yeah.
For 180.
Yeah, but it's not a bad little.
Terrace here.
Yeah, but it's a nice little rental, isn't it? It's perfect for that. Throw in 30. Watch it, Enzo. That's basics. I'm surprised that you're driving. Considering you're a pilot, the fact that you don't seem to look ahead. I saw that coming. I was actually waiting. You drove right past. I'm like, really? I
wasn't looking at it.
And I was looking, and I saw all that. I could see all of that. I was like, really quite.
I wasn't looking. I wasn't looking at all.
That's what I mean. It's poor. It's really poor.
I drive in the middle of the country.
Yeah, I know, but I'd be going slow now because I'd be looking at all the. If there's any heads, and
which house do we live at?
Look, there's a door open there.
Yeah. Which house do you live at? You'll see it.
Yeah, drive down this road and it's hilarious. What colour is it? I don't know. I'm colourblind. But apparently, it's easy to identify. And what happens if I get to the end and I haven't seen it? I tell you what, you must be blind as well. Colourblind as well.
Oh no, go.
Why are you going back up here?
Huh? Because the traffic was there, and I want to go back down to Erith, but I wanted to get a little bit of. Who's she waving at?
I don't know.
I wanted to get a little bit of Nuxley Village because, like that, there was a newsagent in the corner there, wasn't there?
Scooters are the thing now. Look, there you go. See, it's even something
everywhere.
They're all it's all illegal.
Because George used to park in here and then go into Summerfield in the corner, didn't he? Look, this excellent driving. You're going to pass your test.
Well, that's the instructor.
That's where George gets his jabs. Never been to this newsagent ever. Didn't you have a friend who used to live in these flats?
Yeah, he's at work now.
What do you mean at work?
He's a police officer. He lived up here because he lives. He's retired. He went to retire. He was retiring here a few years ago, and then his missus basically went, "I'm fucking leaving you." I've known him since I've been at this place, and he's a very nice guy. I can't, you know, he's a very nice guy.
How old?
Probably a year or two. But it's probably a year or two younger than me. But he's retired. He's done his 30, and he went to retire, and then it turns out his missus just goes, "I'm leaving you." He didn't have a clue, and he was really looking forward to retiring. He was like counting down his days, and
days from the time.
So he was like, "What?" Doesn't have a clue. You know, everything he thought was everything was really happy and everything, and then it turned out that everybody seems to get divorced as they come up to the pension, and they're saying the misses are all want half the pension. Of course, take half the house, half the pension. You know, it's a nice little earner. So one of the others did exactly the same countdown to pension, to retirement, literally months, and then he's put his papers in, and his missus goes, "I'm leaving you," and he's like, "What?" Completely devastated. And
there's the park where you got kicked the shit out.
No, not here. No, it wasn't. That was Abbey Wood.
I thought you told me it was here.
No, never here. Never here. That was Abbey Wood down. Well, hang on though. Now you see. Now just for the that wasn't that. That was how I wouldn't take rubbish. I didn't care. It was like, yeah, but you're going to get beaten up. I don't care. Nobody does that. So I always made a stand.
A bit defensive, aren't we?
Well, no, I did. I made a stand. I knew this is not going to turn out good, but you know what? I've made my stand.
Yeah.
Well, that's it. Well, that is so true. I hope this. I haven't adjusted any. See, this the problem with this is you've put it on this old zoom in. It's like, yeah, but you have to do all the adjustments. No, yeah, I know, but I'm not going to sit here driving.
Well, how does it look? It looks
well. Again, I don't know. You know,
it looks clear enough.
So that's all I can do. I can't do anymore.
Is the red light flash?
It's just on.
Yeah. What was down here?
These was all I know. These were all old crappy shops. No doubt this will be, and that hasn't been gone that long.
This bit up. What?
Oh, they've put the windows in now.
Yeah. Yeah.
But that was so long.
There was a petrol station.
Yeah, it was right here where they're driving out. That was the petrol station.
Now look at it.
Yeah, but what is it? I don't know. I still can't work out. On an iCat bar I was doing a little while ago, and we saying we didn't know what.
I don't know. I don't have a clue.
Is it just a fancy housing?
I don't know. I think it looks like it's built on.
It was nothing. You know where that is. You know where. You know when that. You know where that was. That goes up to the church area. You know the bank when you come out of church and you drop down to Erith on the left.
This is going to go back. But like, that's a lot of land over there.
Yeah, but look, that's the hill. See the hill? See the flat? Yeah. That's the hill. That you know where that is, don't you?
Yeah.
Well, and why those properties are so cheap because they've got all this slidance down. Look.
Yeah.
Look.
Film it. Yeah.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
Oh, look, tick.
No, but look at it. You can see all the mud. Those houses are worth nothing. If one of them is a prefab they built because the bungalow was falling down, you'd never get a mortgage for these. See, look, they're having to put all the banking up there now. Look. Look.
Yeah. I don't remember any of that. I remember this thing always being white and blue.
Well, I remember this got burnt out. That got burnt out. That factory. I think it was. Do you know what? I think it was a toilet paper factory or something like that. It was something like that. Anyway, it got burnt down. It was a good few years ago, and then it got rebuilt. So I remember that. See, if you do a right down here, now this is always a place that I always go. Do you know what? You think you're in Erith Belvedere, you say it and you think it's a crap hole, and there are some beautiful properties. Have you ever driven up here? This is a place where I would genuinely say, do you know what, let's sell where we are, we'll move here, because you're pretty much there. It's just it's just, I reckon you get a great, I think this is where I'd like you to Google, because this is a place where I would say, do you know what, this is a great place. I think you could say, I'm not interested, I want a 4-bedroom, I want a drive-in, drive-out, nice big garage, detached house. And you're like, you could be in a fancy place here, look at it.
This looks like the back of Chislehurst, doesn't it?
Yeah. If you just come round here and you tell me that you'd know this is Erith and Belvedere, you'd never know it.
Look at the size of them.
But look at it.
Yeah, it's nice.
Isn't it? It's just one of those places I don't know round here.
This road here reminds me of North London.
Yes, but look at it.
Left or right?
Well, I don't know. Do you know what? I couldn't honestly tell you where. But what I'm saying is
oh, it's lovely.
Isn't it?
Yeah, I would live around here. Look at the size of these. They're massive.
But
these have got to be 700-800 plus. Have to be.
But see, there's a limit. There's a limit on. You have to look round here. It's a bit like Danson. You know, you think you've got the park, you've got all that traffic. Why would you pay?
Oh, I know where this is. It's the other side of dual carriageway.
And that's what I'm saying. When you. Oh, have you seen the cameras now on the motorway?
No.
That they're up high. So I'm assuming motorway, but they'll no doubt do it everywhere
for
else.
Phones.
And if you're on your phone on your lap, or you're drinking or eating or whatever it is, they send you the phone.
Erith Council.
Now I used to go there to pay the rates.
Really?
It's to park up on the left here, walk across and go in and pay my bills in there, just to go in that main entrance. That's what I'm saying. It's like everyone's saying, you don't do it. I used to do it all. I did it myself. I used to do it. Mum moaned about it. Don't you trust? Like, yeah, when we got those, you crack on. But it was like, now you do it. I used to plan my days. If I had a day off, I'd go, right, I've got to pay this, pay that.
This has always been about the same, isn't it? I thought there was a
No, there wasn't.
Or something.
No, back there.
Oh, it's back
at the roundabout. No, this I can't remember this all being knocked up as well. This was all because this was a market stall there. I don't know if the market's still going to Erith Market.
Never heard of Erith Market.
Yeah, there, but back at the roundabout, off that side.
What was on this corner? I remember. I definitely.
Again, I can't tell you. I couldn't tell you. It's terrible because it isn't that long ago.
Well, it must have been. Well, do you know what I'm thinking? Oh, it's 10 years or something. It's not. 15, knocking on 20. I'm nearly 26.
Yeah, but see, you need to now. You do. This is where you could sit back and go, I've got a house, I've got a job, and I'm doing all right. This is where you make you pad out your bed. You've got to now start looking at. You've started your career, and I would probably say, by the time you're about 45, that's where you're kind of like, you know where you're heading, you know where you're going to be. As in, things can change, but you should be well on your way. If you're sitting there twiddling your thumbs at 40, you pretty much are going to go, well, you're not going to, lights. You're not going to be, this is where you have to start planning, fail to prepare, prepare to fail.
I always prefer
it's not a fail. It's
more planning prevents piss more.
Yeah, but you will. I must admit, I noticed. I was keen. I did my stuff. I bounced. I did all the agency. No one else was doing. I was just like, I'm going to have to work, get an agency. We'll go where? I'll do this. Blag my way through. Well, it's not blagging. You're doing the job. You're working. I did the promotion at my first place. I was doing really well. I thought, well, I'm setting myself up.
These look like big houses. Will you ever buy any of them?
You know what? Anywhere. Again, I do think. See, at your age now, like I said to you. What did I say? Belvedere, Bexley Heath. I'd say I'd look there. Those council. I'd say if you can get something there, and you go, yeah, but look at it. It's correct. We go, yes. But in 20 or 30 years' time, these will be. All the scum will have moved out.
Do you want to state for the camera why we're down here?
We're down at the scrapyard to see if we can get some screws for the Corsair airbox, because Enzo and Matteo couldn't be bothered. I passed it a dozen times to pick them up, but no one could be bothered to go and get them. So
for how many years?
For umpteen years since we've had the 6 years, and they kept saying, "I'll do it later." So I left them. And down to the spare wheel is a steel wheel on this car when we had 4 alloys.
No, it's not.
Isn't it?
No, I changed it.
Oh, did you? Because I know I chucked them all.
No, you didn't. You chucked. No,
I threw the rest, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Because I said I'm sick and tired of it. If you cannot be bothered. No, reverse it back, Enzo.
Right.
No, you got that fan there.
That's not.
I would go further back because the trucks will come out of here and try and go in. They'll take that swing. Go there. Just go. Oh, I'm looking for screws. Have you got the screws? No. And tell how much money cash have you got?
Plenty.
Right. Well, then just say if he says it, just say, I know, I'll pay for the thing. Just a 5 or a 10 or whatever. It's save you aggro.
Oh, yeah, you're not actually in it because there he is. That's how you do it, because when you can't do auto focusing when you.
Yeah, that's why when we went to the goat karting, I never really used it.
This is the other part of that trip. Oh. Hello. do. This is what we used to do anyway. Fuck knows when I'll actually watch that video. You used to have to come to a scrapyard like this, ask them some questions, they'll tell you to go and do one, and they said to go and find what I'm actually looking for. They said they didn't have anything in the Astros, but luckily they had Zafira, which is close enough. These bolts, screws, the threads are still in them. What we need to do is steal 4 of these puppies, and we're good. And I think they're close enough anyway. I think we said in this main video 2022, January the 5th. COVID's still fucking all over the news. Jeffrey Epstein didn't kill himself. Prince Andrew is on trial. That's all quite big news at the moment. For a big sex scandal with Virginia. Fuck knows. What else is going on? Me and Matteo bought a house last year. We drove past that. And, oh yeah. If I stab through my hand, I will not be happy. She get more out. Excellent. A tax disc. See that again?
£100 I'd spend. You know, I'd come down here and, you know, I'll spend 150 quid. I said
That's on.
That's what annoyed. Well,
No, I mean in the scrap. I mean, I got the scrapyard anyway, but just Abbey car breakers. We've done a lot. This car we bought from there, I always forget that. We bought it with 40,000 miles. We got 50,000 miles on it. We got it on 90. We've done 50,000 miles in this car.
yeah, yes, but look at the £900, probably 500 quid we've spent. And to be honest, do you know what I needed to spend on this? Was about 50 quid. That's what fixed it. That was I got the subframe, the sway bar, and the steering rack, and that was all it. Yeah, I changed the whole lot because I bought the bar, didn't I, to get it through that test. And I still wasn't happy. That's what I mean. Don't you remember? You don't remember? I was with Nono. I said to Nono, we took it down, didn't we, to get it past the write-off. You know, you have to take it down to Vosa for them to check it over.
Yeah, I know.
Well, I'd done all the bits, so I'd been, for once, I'd actually done it economically. I just replaced just what I needed to, but I was never
just to
happy.
see if you get it through.
Yeah, so I was like, I'm not going to spend any money. You know, let's see if we get it through. So I just replaced what was basic, what I could see was.
Just use the camera and just look over there, as in like, because that's all going to go, isn't it? I don't really see it, to be honest.
Over on here, yeah, where I'm pointing. Well, even this, look, all the building. See, sometimes I think it's just having it.
Use that to like. Can you zoom in? Yeah, just like that's the other side of the Thames. That. And I'll go down here. Hang on.
For a long time, we had a
But like, yeah, all those warehouses. That was a mound of that was landfill. That whole thing was landfill on the other side of the Thames. The end one is the slight focus.
Yeah, I know. That's what I've just been doing. No, it's not. I've done this before with this. That's why I don't use it. That's why.
Turn it off. Press that one to stop it. Press the stop that one.